Welcome to Are You Sure? The Bible trivia game show designed to test your knowledge of the Bible. In today's episode, we'll be working through the book of Genesis and Exodus. I'm your host, Agape Awad. For today's episode, let's get to know our 8 contestants. Remember, one of them is actually joining us virtually from Texas.
Hello, I am Raggy Caldas and I'm 9 years old. I am in 3rd grade and I'm from California.
Hi, my name is Heaven Galley. I live in California. I am 10 years old and I am in 4th grade.
My name is Jonathan Antone. I'm in 4th grade. I'm 9 years old and I was born in California.
Hello, my name is Betty. I am 13 years old and I am in 7th grade and I live in California.
Hello, my name is Andrew. I am 12 years old. I am in 6th grade and I live in California.
Hi, my name is Maria. I'm 9 years old. I'm in 4th grade and I live in California.
I'm Shanuda. I live in Texas. In Plano, I am 12 years old and I am 6th grade.
Hi, my name is Joanna. I'm 11 years old. I'm in 5th grade. I live in California.
On today's episode, we'll have 5 rounds of 5 questions each. The ultimate cash prize is $200. If the student passes the first round of 5 questions, they'll receive $25. The second round, $50. Third round, $75. Fourth round, $100. And if they get all the way to the end, 5th and final round, they'll receive $200 prize. Now I'm going to spin the wheel to see who our first contestant will be. Joanna, you're our first contestant.
That's me.
Let's get to know our contestant for today's episode.
My name is Joanna. I'm 11 years old and I'm in 5th grade.
Welcome, Joanna. Are you excited to be on today's game show?
Yay!
How did you prepare for today's episode?
I was reading it. I'm reading it.
What are you reading from the Bible?
I was reading Genesis and Exodus.
Awesome. And you studied a lot, I assume?
Yeah.
So you're going to make it to the final round?
I hope so.
Awesome. Let's get started. Question number 1 of round 1 asks, what does the Bible tell us the world looked like at the beginning of creation? The earth was without form, void, and dark. The earth was small and needed to get bigger. The earth was form, void, and dark.
The number 1.
Answer number 1?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's see the answer.
Yay.
Answer number 1 is correct. Genesis 1:2 tells us the earth was without form, void, and darkness was covering the face of the deep. Question number 2 of round 1. Who tempted Eve to eat from the forbidden tree? The serpent or the snake, the elephant, or the tiger?
Answer number 1.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, let's see the answer. Answer number 1 is correct. Genesis 3:1 tells us, now the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the garden, which the Lord God had made. And he had said to the woman, has God said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Good job, Joanna.
Thank you.
Question number 3 of round 1. Joanna, are you ready?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Who are the 3 sons of Noah? Seth, Lamech, and Enoch. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Or Enoch, Japheth, and Methuselah?
Shem, Ham, and Japheth?
So answer number 2?
Yes.
All right, let's see the answer. You are correct.
Oh.
Genesis 5:32 tells us that when Noah was 500 years old, he begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Good job.
Thank you.
Moving on to question 4. Question number 4 of round 1 asks, when God first spoke to Abram, what did he ask him to do? He asked him to marry Sarai. He asked him to leave the land of his father and go to a brand new land. Or he asked him to have children.
To leave the land of his father and go to a new land.
Answer number 2?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's see the answer. You are correct. Genesis 12:1 says, now the Lord had said to Abram, get out of your country, from your family, and from your father's house, to a land that I will show you. Good job, Joanna.
Thank you.
All right, this is the 5th and final question of round 1. If you get this correct, you'll move on to round 2.
Oh, okay.
Question 5 asks, what is the problem that Sarai had that made her very sad? Sarai thought she was not beautiful, Sarai could not see well, or Sarai was barren, which means she couldn't have any children.
Sarah was barren, could not have children. The number 3.
Answer 3?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's see the answer. That is correct. Genesis 11:30 says, but Sarai was barren and she was not able to have children. Good job, Joanna.
Thank you.
You made it through the first round. You won $25. If you pass the second round, you'll get up to $50.
Okay.
Let's take a quick break and give Joanna a small break, and we'll come back for round 2 with Joanna on Are You Sure?
God's greatest masterpiece is you and me. Wow. When the Lord created the heavens and the earth, He rested and said all that He made was good. Yet something was missing, us. So He made man in the image and likeness of Himself. Man and woman were created to have fellowship with God. We weren't the afterthought in creation, we were the special finishing touches. He longs for the day when He shall gather His children and we shall be with Him for all eternity. The Lord dropped a thought in my heart. He loves us so much. He chose not to live without us at the beginning of creation, nor when He went to the cross. We are His greatest work of art, so valuable that He says we are the apples of His eye.
Joanna, welcome back to Are You Sure? We're going to get started with round 2.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's see question 1 of round 2. What did Sarai do to Hagar and her son? Sarai treated Hagar very badly and caused her to run away, eventually doing this a second time as well. Sarai treated Hagar and her son with love and kindness. Or Sarai stole Hagar's son.
Answer 1.
Answer 1?
Yes.
Answer 1 says Sarai treated Hagar very badly and caused her to run away. Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's take a look at the answer. You are correct.
Okay.
Genesis 16:6 says, and when Sarai dealt harshly with her, she fled from her presence. And yes, she took her son with her. Moving on to question number 2. Question number 2 asks, what did God do before Abraham sacrificed his son Isaac? God told Abraham to pray before he made the sacrifice, or God spoke to Isaac before he was to be sacrificed, or God sent them a ram, which was caught by its horns in the bush to be sacrificed in place of Isaac.
Answer number 3.
Answer number 3? Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's take a look at the answer. You are correct. Genesis 22:13 says, then Abraham lifted his eyes and looked, and there behind him was a ram caught in the thicket by its horns. So Abraham went and took the ram and offered it as a burnt sacrifice instead of his son. Good job, Joanna. You're moving on to question 3. Question 3 of round 2. What are the names of the twin sons that Isaac and Rebekah had? Jacob and Jerubbaal, Jacob and Esau, Israel and Esau.
Jacob and Esau. Answer number 2.
Answer 2?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's take a look. That is correct. In Genesis 25, 27, and 28, we knew that the twins' boys were Esau, a skillful hunter and a man of the field, and Jacob, who was a mild man dwelling in the tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he ate of his game, but Rebekah loved Jacob more. Good job, Joanna. Moving on to question number 4. Question number 4 asks, What evil did Laban do to his nephew Jacob? Laban threw him out of the house and did not let him stay with his family. Laban forced Jacob to work in the fields and in his house and be his servant. Or Laban tricked Jacob to marry his older daughter Leah instead of the younger daughter Rachel, whom Jacob loved.
Number 3, when he tricked Jacob.
Number 3?
Yeah.
When Laban tricked Jacob into the wrong wife?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Let's take a look. That is correct. Genesis 29:25 tells us, and he, Jacob, said to Laban, "What is this that you have done to me? Was it not for Rachel that I served you? Why then have you deceived me?" You are correct, Joanna.
Thank you.
All right, here's the 5th and final question of round 2. If Joanna gets this right, she moves forward to round 3 and she has already earned $50. Question number 5 asks, how many sons did Israel have and who was his favorite? He had 10 sons and Reuben, who was the oldest, was his favorite. He had 11 sons and Benjamin, the youngest, was his favorite. Or he had 12 sons and Joseph was his favorite because he was Rachel's son and Israel had him later in his life.
Answer number 3, he has 12 sons.
Answer number 3, he has 12 sons and Joseph is his favorite? Mm-hmm. Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Let's take a look. That is correct. Genesis 37:3 tells us, now Israel loved Joseph more than all of his children because he was the son of his old age. Congratulations, Joanna. You reached the end of round 2 and you're moving on to round 3. Joanna has successfully answered 10 questions, reaching the end of round 2. On our next episode of Are You Sure, Joanna will be back with us to start round 3 and hoping to reach the ultimate prize of $200 at the end of round 5. Stay tuned and come back to our next episode of Are You Sure? I'm your host, Agape Awad, and thank you, Joanna, for being with us today. We'll see you on the next episode.
Okay.
ايه ده حلو الواد ده، انا براقباه من اول ما دخلت. ده هادي. ايه ده الله. ازيك؟ انت ازيك؟ يا لهوي ده حلو الواد ده كمان. ده هيجي معانا امتى؟ السنة الجاية؟
Second.
Welcome, Joanna. Are you excited?
Yeah.
ده دمار نفسي.
Okay.
يا أحلى حاجة في الحياة.
Yay.
ماشي، ممكن نعمل تيكت 3؟